Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Relationship Facts. Call this one the Goodbye Kiss. Is there any such thing as a goodbye kiss which finally ends the whole relationship, where that last kiss is sort of like a severing of the whole connection entirely? Does something such as that type of kiss really exist? And is it truly implemented as a final goodbye and a final measure? We watched certain programming growing up, and in this day and age, programs like that still exist where they show that people can be reasonable, level-headed, and even-tempered enough, as well as righteous and moral enough to kiss goodbye, say the last words they have to say, and then split and go their own separate ways like that. And we have hope that people can be reasonable and move on in a fashion like that without being hounded, searched for, hunted down, stalked, and anything else that is befitting of obsessive behavior. Yeah, so with the goodbye kiss, the last goodbye kiss, I mean, in terms of the couples and the relationships when they break it off. So this is about couples, it always was. And the goodbye kiss involves couples that have ended it all. Maybe somebody did something, somebody didn't do something, somebody didn't do enough, somebody didn't contribute enough, someone didn't support enough. In other words, everybody and anybody has their own reasons. You know, everybody has their own reasons. It might not be good reasons or great reasons all the time, but they still have their reasons for it. So couples break up because of reasons, good and bad, but there's very few good that comes from a breakup because all that potential was lost. And if the gains were so far minimum and pertaining to shadow things and immaterial types of constructs that don't mean much for the relationships, where they say you tell yourself you and her are on top of the world and she's the prettiest and you dress the best, but y'all don't have much more than that. Like y'all become a open magazine, an exquisite open magazine that's really a book cover that's not telling the whole entire truth about the matter. And yeah, couples exist like that, you know, like when people split and they are able to kiss goodbye, then those are the most reasonable people that actually do that and move on. They don't act crazy. None of the people that actually kiss goodbye, in other words, won't act crazy, come back and do something crazy. They say, hey, look, I'm smart enough to know that I'll probably meet somebody else eventually out there down the road, if not sooner than later. So they move on after that goodbye kiss. And both parties involved feel that way and they get along that way. So when people don't subscribe to the kiss goodbye, then they really do stuff that's really counter to freedom, you know, the well-being, a good life, a safety environment, and things like that. So you know they're doing crazy stuff that's gonna get them in trouble. Yeah. Hey, well, the good thing as well about the kiss goodbye is that people still have a chance where it won't necessarily get to that point in their relationship if they know such a concept in existence, which is the kiss goodbye. Then they would do or should do everything they can to prevent that thing from happening. Indeed. Well, folks, Thanks for hanging out, and I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me, Detroit Miracle.